Hello and welcome back to MoA6. We are in the round of 16, match number 5. Slam playing in red as the Spanish in the first game. His opponent Vodka in yellow as the Ethiopians. This one should be really interesting because Vodka made it through the qualification, left Brew behind himself in the last round, and Slam, a former Master of Arena winner, he won Master of Arena 2. You never know how Slam is performing in tournaments. It has not been his best side, like he's a strong player, but tournaments sometimes are troubling for him. In this game, he is going with a castle as the Spanish. We're going to see Conquistadors. For Vodka, we have an Archer opening, actually. Interesting to see. Makes sense. Makes more sense than Scouts, in my opinion. So let's see how this one is going. And, of course, we're going to see the first fights for the relics. These crossbowmen have fletching. First relic coming in for Vodka. There is one really close to his base as well, which he is about to pick up. And now Conquistadors against Monks happening. My mouse, again, does not really play along here, which is not nice. Let me quickly pause this, see if everything was alright. And, of course, Slam wants to grab a few of these relics as well. He's picking the one in the middle. He should be able to grab that one on the side of his base, of his arena, and only one left. This one free to take, but there is a lot of Conquistadors and a good amount of crossbowmen. Could go either way. Let's see what Vodka can actually do here. He got 4 more crossbowmen in that archer range, and he's engaging here actually. There's only one Conquistador left. We have 3, 4 more on the right hand side, 1 on the left to make sure that no monk can easily snipe this. Now the crossbowman moving forward once again, and I think, I'm not sure, can you engage these Conquistadors? They don't have bloodlines, so maybe it's possible. Slam is saying, hey, that's my relic, let me take it. He's sending a monk. Same goes for Vodka though now. Vodka actually retreating, and Slam has the advantage of having a monk on the way to the relic. Vodka not daring to go out. He doesn't want to lose all these crossbowmen. Could be very important once he's going up to Imperial Age to have those numbers. And actually Slam is saying, okay, let me heal up my units. They are on quite high HP already, but fully healed Conquistadors are even stronger, obviously. Same goes for Vodka. He's also going with the castle in front of his main goal, which is quite far forward. And there we have it. Conquistadors moving forward, taking a lot of damage in with the forward castle, and he's the first to click up to Imperial Age. So Slam on the way up with only, is that 1 or 2 TCs? He went 1 TC. TC, 1 castle, good amount of farms. He's going for an aggressive strategy here. Vodka with a second TC at least. Yeah, 3 TCs makes sense, and he is not really close to Imperial Age, missing 500 food here. So Slam will have the advantage of having the first trebuchets out, having the first castle to go down. Yeah, to take down of his opponent, and Slam should be happy about this. Question is, how good can Vodka defend this? Vodka, of course, going up to Imperial Age now as well, and Vodka with a lot more villages, 74 against 46. He might be able to go for that second castle a little quicker. He is still on stone, but only with 4 villages as far as I can see. Slam, in the meantime, do we see more Conquistadors? No, first trebuchets coming up here. Those Conquistadors have bloodlines now, very important to see, plus to defense, and Slam is trying to get some damage done with these Kongs. Attacking the gate. Actually, it's going down really fast here, but quickly house walling behind this is Vodka. Vodka now up to Imperial Age as well. We're going to see a few villagers repairing that castle. He's going for conscription, and then most likely we're going to see chemistry here. Slam actually going in, taking care of the fact that a house is blocking this and no chance to defend this. Arbalest done immediately, and those Kongs need to go out for now, I think, or start raiding, but Slam doesn't want to lose all of them. Chemistry in the way, so we're going to see bombard cannons from Vodka, and that castle about to fall. We have 3 trebuchets, and wait, that's Conquistadors, right? Yeah, I didn't really see the units. So Slam taking down the first castle. There's nothing that could change this fact. And Vodka, what are you preparing to go for? You have 4 archer ranges, so Arbalest most likely your choice here, and I guess we're not going to see other units for now. But Slam happily taking down the castle. He can go for the TC next, and his Conquistadors are almost fully upgraded, only missing the elite upgrade, something that is really expensive, so I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon. 551 stone means 100 won. We can go for castle number 3. Maybe Slam can afford this. 52 villages for him, still on 1 TC. Maybe he needs a second TC here, depends on how much damage he can do. TC going down, there's a mining camp left, but a good amount of Arbalest only waiting for these Conquistadors to go in. This could go either way, and I think bombard cannons might make the difference later on. Siege workshop on the way here. Elite skirmisher production starting for Vodka as well. Yes, indeed. So it's the skirms, elite skirm on the way. So Vodka for now is just holding at home, making sure that Slam cannot enter his base, cannot do some raiding, and we have the first bombard cannon now on the field. Bombard cannons, that means trouble for Slam, as his castle is under attack now. And the trebuchets could go down to the bombard cannons. First engagement between the Arbalest and Conquistadors. This looks good for the Arbalest so far. Lead skirmishes to help, but the Conquistadors a lot more HP obviously, and they are mobile, so they can try to move in and go out again. Bombard cannons to hit that castle. This one is going to be really interesting because now it's Vodka who is trying to counterattack. He's got the score lead by quite a bit. I think it's due to the fact that he's got almost double the economy, and Slam got that one castle forward which he's going to try and defend. It does not. He cannot allow to go down. Cannot allow it to go down. That way around. So for that, we have Arbalest still patrolling the gold. We have 4 or 5. How many bombard cannons is that now? 5 bombard cannons, 6 bombard cannons for Vodka. That's a very big amount to attack a castle. Of course, trebuchets to counter these, and trebs could even start and hit those Arbalest if they get a chance to do it. What does Slam have in that? That's also 2 bombard cannons. Third one on the way, very important to see. But siege engineers coming in for Vodka, and that's such an important upgrade in these bombard cannon fights. You want to get a +1 range. We have Arbalest, 41 of them, which is big, and also one trebuchet now from Vodka as he built a castle inside his base. He's taking the extra gold and the second stone outside. Slam is not patrolling that. Maybe it would have been a good idea to like send a Conquistador to there, like a small group. Now we have another engagement here. Arbalest against Conquistadors, but Slam is moving back. Just to move forward again. Nice bombard cannon shots. Oh, that's not good for Vodka. He lost a big group of Arbalest here. At the same time, of course, Slam lost one of these trebuchets. Look at that fight. That's a micro battle you don't get to see every game. What a beauty. We have Conquistadors following up these Arbalest, and Vodka is actually going quite far into his base. It needs to dodge these bombard cannon shots. He's got 3, 4 bombard cannons of his own, but they fall into that small group of Conquistadors. And now there's like 2 or 3 left maybe. So I think that was a good fight for Slam, even though Vodka is still in a score lead. Slam doing some damage here. Problem for Slam is he is still behind in economy, and this is not going to change until he's going to add in a few extra TCs, I guess. And the question is, can he actually hold this? Can he afford to fight Conquistadors against Arbalest all the time? He might need to transition into lead skirmishes later on, but without economy that's going to be really tough. As for Vodka, he's got that economy. As long as he can hold this, he's got an advantage. He got, what was that? 2 relics, 2 against 3, that's fine for him. I think it's easier for him to transition into trash units and siege, obviously. Ethiopians such a strong siege unit, siege civilization. They got everything, really. Bombard cannons 12+1 for Slam, only 12, I'm not quite sure. Spanish may actually miss out on siege engineers. I don't know about this one. I never really knew which civilizations get it and which don't. But it's not really important at this point. Important is what the players are going to do with them, with their siege units, the bombard cannons, and with Conquistador and Arbalest. Look at this game. Slam and Vodka battling it out on that front. Now another castle is up for Vodka. Slam is going to try and get rid of that, but the bombard cannons one-shotting these trebuchets. That one barely surviving, making it back to the safety of behind the castle. And Vodka saying, hey, I have my castles now. I can go for trebuchets of my own. I can attack your castles. Big fight happening, maybe. Conquistadors moving in. Conquistadors against Arbalest and lead skirmishes. This seems to be a good fight for Vodka, actually, because Slam has to go back once again. This is not looking too good for him. He only got those Conquistadors, a few monks, no, actually only 1 monk behind this, but Vodka can afford to lose the Arbalest. Castle going down, and instantly Slam calling the GG here. He knows he did not add in economy early enough. He could not go for any trash units, and Vodka just with a lot more military units with a better siege now, getting rid of that castle and winning the first game. I hope this is going to be, the whole series is going to be as good as this game at least. See ya in a second. Here we go again. Standard opening in game 2. Italians for Vodka, opening with a stable. Vietnamese for Slam. Should be an interesting Civ matchup. Not quite sure what their Imperial Age compositions should look like. I guess as Vietnamese you want to go Imperial skirmishers, maybe standard infantry, siege, like they get bombard cannons, right? As for Italians, similar. If you can afford to go Chinese crossbowmen, then you have the condottieri as an option. You could add in hussars, bombard cannons, of course, available. I hope I'm not telling any lies, but I'm pretty sure Italians also do get bombard cannons. And for now, we have a few knights, light cav on the field, spearmen, and the dance around the relics. Let's see who can grab them. We have one relic here on the right-hand side, very close to Slam's base. This one really close to Vodka, and he got one of these relics already. Yes, indeed. Now going for the left-hand side relic. This is going to be tough for Slam to snipe, actually, and Vodka got that relic already. Nice to see there's only one left. Question for me is, can Slam actually see it? Is he moving there? I think he's just starting. Oh, that's bad luck. He's starting to look for that relic, and Vodka should be able to see it, but he's not going for it. He's expecting Slam to wait for him there or to grab it, and finally Slam finding that last relic. Both players should be on 3 TCs at least, one on the main gold here for Slam, one on the bot line. We have Vodka with 1 TC on the bot line and main gold, and wait, am I missing? And 1 TC here on that gold and on the main stone. Okay, that's the idea. So we have both players with 3 TCs. Archrange coming up now for Vodka in late castle age, if you can call it that. And there's still minor battles happening in the middle while players are trying to boom up as fast as possible. University coming up to have that second castle age building, and then Slam is going to click up to Imperial Age, but Vodka is faster. Slam therefore going with the castle. Vodka has enough stone for a castle. This should be interesting. 4 archer ranges. We're going to see crossbow and arbalist opening. That's possible for both, obviously, but it feels like with the Vietnamese you could easily go for Rattan archers and then also Imperial skirmishers. Slam though is not adding in an archer range. This is really surprising. I guess Thumbring is available for Vietnamese, right? Would be very surprising if it isn't. Well, I could be wrong here. We have a castle coming up in the middle as well for Vodka now, and Vodka is up to Imperial Age, but cannot go for that first trebuchet immediately. Instead, he's researching chemistry instantly, which makes sense, and Slam a little bit behind, but he should be able to get a second castle up very soon, and then he should also be able to outmass his opponent in the number of trebuchets. As for Vodka, he is going to add in bombard cannons very fast. We're gonna see arbalest most likely now, and Imperial Age done. So Slam, where's that first bombard cannon trebuchet for you? Is it Vietnamese who got conscription for free? I'm not sure if it was Vietnamese, might have been some other civilization. The first trebuchets firing away at each other's castles, villagers repairing. We are going to see a few light castle on the field, elite skirmishes done for Vodka actually, and Slam, Rattan archers. I'm not quite sure about that choice. What else is he doing? He's adding in Cavalier. This is interesting because we're not going to see too many generous crossbowmen from Vodka, and the Cavalier, the surprise Cavalier attack, can actually do quite a lot. The thing is though, Slam is losing that castle. It's going down to 3 trebuchets and a bombard cannon, so Slam now needs to engage, and he only got 5 of these Cavaliers. That's not enough. 6 now. So Slam behind the military numbers, that's the biggest part here. Those crossbowmen easy to be massed, and elite skirmishes as well. And Slam cannot really engage this. Instead, he's of course trying to get rid of that castle from Vodka now. Slam also invested a lot into repairing that castle, so he cannot go for a second unless he's one already. No, not that I can see. And Vodka is using his military advantage here, is also still keeping that castle repaired, but it's about to go down. And Slam, of course, is repairing his own trebuchet. I think this castle is falling now, so we have only a few trebuchets left on both sides, and the military fight, big fight happening in the middle still, where a few Rattan archers surviving, but they're going down here, and Slam has to retreat. So Vodka winning the fight in the middle, giving him a big advantage already. The question is, can Slam actually use his Cavalier tech advantage against these arbalest and elite skirmishers? Because Cavalier usually better, but not with small numbers. Like that big group of arbalest is not easy to kill. It's only 15. Well, actually, Slam might try to engage here. Monastery going down, or at least dropping out the relics. It's going down to, I'm guessing, bombard cannon is sitting away at that. And Slam now is saying, okay, I have got the Cavalier number. I want to engage here. Let's see if Vodka can actually survive this and try to snipe these Cavaliers, microing his army. And is getting caught in the middle of all these Cavalier. Nice fighting position for Slam. Now let's see how this one is ending. The trebuchet is actually making it to somewhat of a safety, and Vodka is retreating. Should maybe stand right between these archers, because then there's no chance for the Cavalier to really engage, and that's exactly what Vodka is doing. There's no mangonels on it, just bombard cannons around for Slam. So Slam has to retreat here. Cavalier opening, interesting choice, and Slam is actually going with another castle at the same place. So let's see if he can, in this case, keep that castle up. Vodka pretty much doing the same thing. He's going a little bit more defensive, and he might want to add in pikemen really soon. If Slam is going for more and more Cavalier, you cannot counter these using only arbalest. Let's see how the second big battle that I'm expecting to see very soon is about to end then. And the question is, Vodka ahead now, but can Slam turn this around? Like, he could go for Imperial skirmishes easily, and I hope he's going to do so, but he's really focusing on the Cavalier. And one trick pony, yeah, Cavalier for Vietnamese and only Cavalier. It should not work really. You need to mix in something else, some trash units. and in this case it's really Imperial Skirmishers. That's the go-to unit in my opinion. And then Cavalier and Imperial Skirmish plus Siege, that's a really strong composition if you can afford it. So for now, Slam with 2 trebuchets. Vodka still should have those 3-4 trebuchets, not quite sure where he put them. I don't think he lost them, but maybe I missed that. And is Vodka actually moving forward? No, I think he just discovered that the castle is standing in the middle. The 4 trebuchets waiting at home, Vodka going for more bombard cannons, and also more, is he adding in Chino's crossbow? Well, that's an option for him too. He's got the upgrades already, and Chino's crossbow will be really strong against the Cavalier, obviously. Didn't even think about that because there's only 1 castle, but it makes sense. Slam trying to engage, but no, not against a big group of military units. Maybe rams might be an option, but I'm not sure if Vietnamese do get siege rams. And Cavalier, that might be not the perfect choice now. Rat and archers would be really interesting at this point. Slam though only with 1 castle up, the second on the way. And it looks like Vodka has a castle on the side here, going for castle number 3 at least. And that's going to give him the chance to go for a good amount of Chinese crossbowmen. And Slam doesn't have anything to counter this for now. He needs the Imperial Skirmishers in my opinion, and he doesn't even have an archer range, and that's really, really sad to see that Slam is going to play with 1 unit only, like he's only doing Cavalier. I don't think it's a good idea, but let's see how this castle is not surviving for too long. There's too many trebuchets that are firing at that castle from safe distance, and no chance for Slam to touch these, and the bombard cannons not in time. Also there's so many arbalists, and I guess also Chinese crossbowmen and skirmish waiting. Now we could see the big fight of this game. Another one here, Slam engaging with Cavalier, but Chinese crossbowmen in the mix are gonna allow Vodka to do so much damage, and Slam retreating here 2 times, which is never a good idea. Vodka in the meantime trying to micro his army once again. He's got that castle which is getting repaired, but also under heavy attack. The trebuchet is not in time to counterattack here. Cavalier splitting up, and wow, what a battle here. Vodka still with the score lead, and military number wise it's looking better for him, but Slam is doing a lot of damage. He's moving forward the bombard cannons, trying to fire away at these Chinese crossbowmen. They're all split though, so it's not easy to kill those. And Lightcav now coming in to try and get rid of these bombard cannons. I like this idea. Vodka still got military units left. Looking good for him. Slam might need to call it GG here. He lost pretty much all the Cavalier. There's still so many Chinese crossbowmen left, and indeed, Game 2 going to Vodka. 2-0 lead for him, and we're going to see a match game already. What a game. Melee against Byzantines in this game, and standard stable opening, melee going fast, feudal monastery coming up really far forward. Slam apparently wants to go for all the relics, wants to go aggressive here. This could be interesting. Byzantines, so many options for them. Ooh, nice idea to attack the villager through the by the unfinished palisade walls, but villagers still surviving, and Slam starting to pick up the relics, going for camels here. I think that's a good choice, because, yeah, Spearmen, not bad, but your opponent's scouts or Lightcav are not going to be any danger, and Slam is picking up a lot of relics really fast. Forward Mangonel, forward Siege Workshop for him, a second Mangonel on the way. Of course, Vodka reacting, going with the defensive Mangonel here. But this one should be interesting, because Slam is saying, okay, I have nothing to lose, I need to win the game, so let me go aggressive here, let me show how strong Byzantines can be. He's going for redemption, which makes a lot of sense, and there's a castle coming up. If this castle is going up, Vodka might be safe for the most part of Castle Age. Let's see how Slam is going to react here. He's actually moving to the other side. That castle is in a very nice position. I think Vodka might be able to wall off on the left hand side, and then only the right hand side with the TC on the forward stone might be vulnerable. But we have only 2 or 3 Mangonels. Well, it could go fast. Slam, let's see. I want to quickly see his economy. 3 TCs. So he's not going 1 TC all in. I like this idea for Slam. Same for Vodka, obviously, with that castle up. He's going for a lot of Karambit Warriors. Ooh, we might see a big engagement. Let's find out. There is the fight happening. Karambit Warriors moving forward. +1 attack. Did he go for that upgrade, or is that a bonus? I don't know. But those Karambits, they have the numbers, so they should be able to kill everything here, or maybe almost everything. Of course, Slam got a few camels here, 100 HP, that's nothing like you can say, oh, easy. But the Mangonels are all falling, and also the monks went down, camels standing, no, going away. But Slam losing all his forward. Big victory here for Vodka. Is it pre-deciding? It's possible, of course. Let's see how Vodka is going to continue this. Of course, he's going to attack the Siege Workshop using his Mangonels. The Karambits attacking the monasteries. And Slam should be able... no, actually is so far behind in food. Interesting. So maybe Vodka is the one to click up first, but Vodka investing a lot into Karambit Warriors. Interesting. He's producing more and more. I'm not quite sure why, because it's not really necessary. Slam is not pushing. But, well, Slam is going for a few knights, and he's sniping single Karambits, but he cannot engage that big group. Maybe Vodka is saying, I want to make sure that I get all those relics. Now Knights against Karambits engaging. That's a good fight for Slam, I guess. And Slam moving forward to probably build a castle somewhere. Not able to do so, so he needs to move back. There's too many Karambits on the field. Castle Age war happening between Byzantines and Malay, and it's not a monk war. What an amazing battle already. Slam is trying to build that castle, but Vodka is just not allowing him. Look at this, the Karambits making sure this castle cannot be built. Now Slam is starting to build it. No player going up to Imperial Age yet. A quick house to wall this. Karambits starting to attack the castle. That's actually a spearman here, but no, that castle should go up now. Slam still got a few knights, and in case of an emergency, he should be able to wall around his villages. So, knight play for Byzantines against Karambits. Slam is not walling this, but the castle is up. Very important to see. Is there ram in that? No, Manganel. It's not going to do anything here. Castle for Slam, and he's the first to click up to Imperial Age. Vodka, quite close, except for gold. Look at his gold count, 266. What is happening for him? That's not good. He maybe should sell some of that gold, go for some more food. Is he producing more Karambits? Yes, actually, Vodka still going for Karambit Warriors. Going with the market now in the back. He did not have a market. That's bad for him. 4 TCs, at least 4 that I can see. And Slam on the way up to Imperial Age. What is he going to do? Cataphract production starting. Beautiful. I love to see that unit. And against Karambits, it's what you should do. I guess Slam should also prepare archer ranges. Yes, Slam finally going not for one trick pony, not for cavalry only, but going to add in skirmishers most likely, or maybe even arbalest if you can afford it, and that's giving him a very good fighting position, I think, because that army composition that Byzantines can go for is so tough to counter. What do you do against elite skirmishers, cataphracts, and siege as Malay? Like maybe elephants, but then you could face heavy camels, or most likely halberdiers. So I think Slam, by adding in archer ranges, is giving himself a big advantage in this game. Vodka, now on the way up to Imperial Age, obviously has been there for quite some time and has the score lead. But Slam, I think, in this game, doing quite well, even though it's behind by 26 villagers still. Let's see what he can do. Vodka, then again, he is with a broad map control here around his base, got 2 castles, got those Karambit Warriors. What is his unit choice? He is opting for Arbalest. Slam going with the castle. He's got a first trebuchet out to attack Vodka's castle on the left hand side. More traps on the way, and he's going to lead skirmishes. I like this idea, I like this choice, because Cavalier, maybe even, or it's knights for now, and cataphracts plus skirmishers, they should be doing good damage on Karambit Warriors and Arbalest. Let's see what Vodka can do here. On the left hand side, that castle is still on attack by 2 traps. We have 1 house in front of these. I like this idea as well. Making sure that Karambit Warriors cannot just walk in freely and do damage on these trebuchets. On the right hand side, the TC is up on that goal. That's TC number 4 that we've seen before. Actually, this one must be number 5 then. And the castle getting repaired already. 2 counter traps, but 3 trebuchets and bombard cannon now for Slam. The cataphract knight composition moving in to try and snipe 1 or 2 of these trebuchets. There's the Karambit Warriors from Vodka waiting. Vodka with good resources. Slam obviously investing a lot into the cataphracts and whatever. Elite skirmishers and the castle. This one is going down for sure. 1 trebuchet fell, and Arbalest now following up, but Slam can now attack the left hand side, and I think that's what he's going to do. Trebuchets in the meantime getting packed, not taking down the blacksmith, sadly, and this 1 trebuchet should not do the damage. Bombard cannon here for Slam should be able to take down the trebuchet now. Perfect. And elite skirmishers moving forward. So Slam, if he's going for a big ton of elite skirmishers and moving forward with them, followed up by cataphracts possibly, that's going to be a really strong army. Vodka for now is under heavy attack. The trebuchet is moving forward to attack the next castle. This is looking good for Slam. Even though Vodka is still in the score lead, Slam is doing a lot of damage. What can Vodka do to counter this? I think he needs some form of siege here. Not quite sure what he can do. Bombard cannon is probably the best choice. But the castle, that first castle that Vodka built in early castle age, it's taking a lot of damage. The cataphracts moving on the left hand side. Elite skirmishers fighting underneath the TC. Yeah, who cares? I can easily rebuild them. And Vodka a ton of resources and he's not using them. He cannot really use them. What can he do? I think elephants would be the best choice right now. But preparing elephants while fighting, that's not easy. The Arbalest not just not doing the trick because the elite skirmishers too strong here. Vodka going with his own bombard cannons, but trebuchets and bombard cannons for Slam. Slam in this game, I think, is playing a little bit better, using the fact that his civilization, the Byzantines, is giving him a lot of options and he's choosing the best ones he got. Cataphracts without too many upgrades, but still able to like snipe bombard cannons and prevent any Karambit Warriors. Then again, Vodka is Is he without castles now? He lost all the castles. So no more karambits, and Slam, as long as he can produce more and more elite skirmishes, he will be fine. He can also add in a forward castle if he wants to. And for now, even though we only have 20-something units on each side in the military count, Slam doing the damage here. On the right-hand side, it's only houses. I want to try and keep an eye on this one, but that red dot here, or that red field, is only houses for now. Elite skirmisher fight happening. A few cataphracts to hit the bombard cannons. Those trebuchets can still take down buildings as fast as like snipping a finger, and archer range is falling. Looks good for Slam here. What can Vodka do to come back? He needs to get the army numbers going. He's now, wait, that's Slam with a lot of gold. He's got 3k gold in the bank. He's got 38 gold miners, and he's not using his gold. This is amazing, but this is so tough to play. Like, he almost has no food, and he needs to. Even knights would have done the trick, maybe. Knight Cavalier, he's going for. No, that's Slam actually adding in the armor. He's queuing a lot of elite skirmishes, and Vodka sitting on 2k3 gold now. He's trying to finally make a few more archer ranges to get the army numbers up. In the meantime, he's losing siege workshops and other military buildings at the front here. Going for stables on the right hand side as well. A few battle defense would be so amazing. Heavy camel upgrade coming in for Slam. I love this. Slam is anticipating to see elephants, knights, or light cav, something like that, and is going for the heavy camel upgrade already. I like how Slam is playing this game. I think Vodka will have a hard time to come back from this attack, even though he's not really behind, well, by the score a little bit, but Slam just playing better in this game, I think. And look at this beautiful army composition. It's just skirmishers and trebuchets. Of course, a few camels, cataphracts from time to time, but it's so tough to fight against this. And yeah, I think my game is freezing a little bit. It's not looking too good. Let me slow down here to see how this fight is actually happening. A lot of elite skirmishers fighting each other. The camel riders, as they're called in DE, soon to be heavy camels, can engage now, can move in, and I think the arbalest won't really do a lot of damage to these camels. Bombard cannon here, Slam for the first time I think is really moving into Vodka space. The trebuchets still alive, still following up, and there's a lot of buildings that could go down here. On the right hand side the castles went down, the TC, sorry, we have a castle here, one trebuchet. Slam playing this one really well, and I think it might be time for Vodka to call it GG, even though he is still on, what is the 176 population cap 190. Well, he's not going to resign unless he's losing all the military units, but with 100 and what is that, 38 villages, he might even be overboomed, and he needed to go for gold units somehow. Battle elephants now getting produced, a few of them at least on the right hand side, but again, Slam prepared for that. He had the time to go for the heavy camels, and Vodka in a very tough position now. There's still no gold problems for Slam as we are only 45 minutes in. What an amazing game again, but this time Slam playing better. He's going for the forward castle. Yeah, no chance to come back from this. I'm predicting that Slam is taking this game easily now. I don't see Vodka surviving for too long. Of course, he's investing his gold and food, but he doesn't have too many stables either, and he's not building them. Like, he could build some stables around here in these gaps, but Slam is just going to add in more camels, and like this, Slam with an amazing performance to try and come back in this series. It could be a long one, actually. Look at this. Vodka obviously not giving up. He's fighting back, and why wouldn't he? He is one game away from advancing to the next round. It's a tournament, and prize pool is decent. So let's see how Vodka is defending this. And Slam, though, but he's 4k points and more ahead. Military numbers looking still better for him. He's got double the military, and half of that army it fields is heavy camels. That is a nice counter to these battle elephants, which are not elite and which are not easy to mass. Slam now low on gold, but got a good amount of food and wood in the bank to still go for more elite skirmishers. As for Vodka, he doesn't have any gold minus, 749 gold, that's what's left for him, and he's actually calling it GG here on 158 population. He knows this is over, he's going to lose more and more. The trebuchet is still taking down buildings, and he doesn't have a real counter to the heavy camels. So Slam coming back from a 2-0 disadvantage to now set the score 2-1 in favor of Vodka still. Let's see what game 4 brings us. It's been a week for me since I casted Game 3 for you. It's been a few seconds since you saw it. If you didn't, go back and watch it. Game 3 was amazing. Let's see how this game number 4 with Vodka 2-1 Elite is gonna go. We do see Vodka with the Turks having a castle up in front of his pretty badly placed main gold, so castle makes sense here. Third gold outside, second stone outside, extra stone close to his base. That means 1 gold inside his base, relatively safe, and a main stone close to an extra TC and close to the wood line. Very safe in the back. For Slam, we have Saracens, a few scouts and camels on the field. He's starting to collect the relics. Second stone outside, extra gold here, third gold outside. Main stone and second gold forward. That means the main gold pretty safe in the back. And we have a TC coming up for him as well. Let's see how this game is going. So we do see half standard approach scouts against Janissaries for Vodka and Turks, considered one of the best civs on Master Arena 6 at the time. Not quite sure if they changed with the Dawn of the Dukes. I guess not. Still very, very strong arena. And of course, Janissaries have always been a real powerhouse go-to unit in Castle Age. So let's see how Vodka is going to do this, because he's the one aggressive, really. And Slam is going to defend. He's going to use a castle of his own, which is interesting. He was in stone before. Maybe he used the market. Market's, of course, very cheap for Saracens as well. And actually Slam is starting to wall off, which also is a good idea, because you never know, is my opponent maybe going for a relatively fast imp on only 1 TC, which is not the case. Vodka's on 3 TC, so it's going for the boom approach, for the economy approach, and later on we might see Cav Archers. It's Slam who is going up really fast, using the power of the market and the fact that he's only on 2 TCs. Question is, what is he going to do? We do see Archer Rangers coming up, so possibly, yeah, crossbow on the way. We're going to see Arbalest for Saracens again. For now at least, Janissaries and possibly Mangonels for Vodka. So we might see Slam with a really nice early imp advantage. Then again, we have Vodka on the way to Imperial Age, and Vodka should have more villagers, a few at least, that's 7, 8 more. We have Vodka with a nice farming around this mill. So he's going for, yeah, what actually, stable on the way. Interesting. Do you want to go stable here as the Turks? I thought heavy Cav Archers might be the option you want to go for, but stable to go into, let's say, Cavalier and counter the Arbalest might work. Let's find out. Slam in the meantime, he's got a Trebuchet out and got rid of, I don't know what that was. He's going for his own castle in the middle now. Vodka up to Imperial Age, and we do see the crossbow with +3 on the field. Bracer not happening, Arbalest not happening yet, but should happen very soon. See, Slam is the lone resources, lone gold at least. That castle is going up, and in the meantime we have Vodka repairing his own castle, going for his own trebuchet, and we're going to see a trebuchet war with 2 against 1 castles, but with the potential bombard cannons coming up immediately. Nice to see, of course. Turks get chemistry for free, so those bombard cannons can be produced instantly after hitting Imperial Age. Of course, they don't produce instantly, but you can start it. And as the Hussars coming in, Slam did not anticipate this apparently. Of course, Hussar upgrade also for free, and Vodka spent quite a little bit of his food, quite a bit, to get a good amount of Hussars out. So that's 2 trebuchets going down, but Vodka also lost his castle, which would have been very important to keep, as the main gold is now quite exposed, and there's only that 1 gold where he's already mining, which is safe inside his base. So Slam able to actually take down a castle, loses 2 of his trebuchets, but is keeping his own castle up, and he's got villagers here to continue repairing. We have 2 trebuchets now from Vodka hitting away at Slam's castle, and that's a big amount of Hussars, and Vodka saying, yeah, I won't need these walls now, I have the military advantage. Not by much actually, but I have the mobility advantage, so I can actually try to move out here, and my castle is gone, so I don't need these walls any longer. That castle about to go down, Slam trying to repair, but it was too late, not enough villagers, and those 2 trebuchets doing damage. Meantime, we have Hussars trying to get a good fighting position against these Arbalest. Arbalest getting micro by Slam, moving back and forth and shooting forward. We have a lot of Hussars going down. They are 2+5 actually, that's big. Not quite sure if that's the maximum they get. Maybe they get more, like 1 extra. Is it in feudal, 1 in castle, 1 Imperial Age? Do they get 1 in total? So that would be completely upgraded on the defense. I have no idea, but 7 pierce armor against a 10 attack ranged unit. That's actually quite decent. It takes you a long time, like, what is that, 32 shots of an arbalest to take down 1 single Hussar, and that's really big. So we have Vodka now with the bombard cannons moving forward. 2 trebuchets still standing there doing nothing. Now he saw them, and archer rangers on the way, so I'm expecting to see the heavy Cav Archer transition, or at least Cav Archer transition here for the Turks. You definitely want to have a castle up to get your unique technologies here. Bombard cannons, of course, want to get that 12+2 range, and I think also the Cav Archers with the +20, is it? we call Sipahi or something like that, plus 20 HP to give them a total of 100 is amazing. I think that's the correct way that Turks Cav Archers are getting upgraded. We have Slam in the meantime going for stables of his own. We might see Camels here. Yeah, there's a few of them on the field already. Arbalest won't do the trick forever. And in the meantime, we have Vodka moving forward a bit at least. He's got 3 of these bombard cannons. He's got 2 trebuchets. He's got a waiting army of Janissaries and Hussars. And Slam actually neck and neck with the village numbers, with the military numbers, but Slam a little bit behind the villagers. He should be able to catch up as long as he can hold this. And the 2 trebuchets trying to see a little bit of what Slam is doing, but we have somewhat like a ceasefire, like everybody's getting their armies up and waiting for a good chance to attack. At this point of the game, I would like to move forward, something like that. It's not happening. And we're waiting for a fight between those Arbalest, Hussars, Camel Riders and Janissaries behind. Oh, this looks beautiful. Look at this. The Hussars moving back now. Ah, too bad. No big fight happening yet, at least. A few Janissaries going forward. Nah, that's not the idea. Heavy Cav Archer upgrade done, very important, but missing defense upgrades. There's Thumbring on the way, and there's that Sipahi upgrade, right? Yes, it's called like that. Perfect. So we're going to see 100 HP Heavy Cav Archers, which is amazing. They're on 80 right now, but once Sipahi is done, it's an upgrade, right? Let me find out. There it is, 100 HP. Castle on the north, getting attacked by 2 trebuchets and 1 bombard cannon here from Slam. A lot of repairers already there, and let's see, can Vodka actually defend this castle? Ooh, no, that doesn't look good for Vodka. He's going to lose that castle. Slam, too much attack power, and he's got a shit ton of Arbalests on the field, 50 and more. A few Hemi Camels behind this. 150 HP, is that the maximum they can get? I'm not sure, like Cemetery probably not done yet. I forgot, to be honest. That's plus 30 HP on the Saracens camel units as far as I remember. But heavy camels, do they have 130 base or is it 110? I think it's 110. No, 100? 100 seems a little bit low. I don't know. I don't really care right now. We're going to find out eventually, or maybe you know it already. So we have 3 trebuchets and 1 bombard cannon against, was that 2 bombard cannons here? One getting taken down by the traps, and we have the heavy camels at the front against Hussars, Arbalest and heavy cav archers, trying to take down as many units as possible. And we have both players trying to reinforce, obviously, so we have the big fight that we wanted to see here. A few trebuchets still around, a few bombard cannons still around. Now Slam is moving back, Vodka is moving back a little bit, and Slam actually following up. I guess he's not microing this army right now. Even Janissary is still in play, and of course they have a big damage output, but they're not elite, and we're not going to see a pure Janissary play here in like mid to almost late Imperial Age, mid-Imperial Age I guess. A good amount of production going on for Slam here, so he seems to be in a very nice position when it comes to his resources. He's obviously queuing his units. That means he's got quite a few resources in the bank. And Vodka, not as many units queued as far as I can see. He's got enough stone for a castle, which would be very important. He got 3 relics against Slam, probably then 2 I imagine, and the fight is still happening. 2 against 3 trebuchets, no more bombard cannons here, 1 stable going down, and we have still Arbalest and heavy cav archers, plus Hussars and heavy camels, so could go either way. It's very close. Slam 8.8k in score, Vodka 8.6, and both players trying to win this game. Slam obviously to not allow Vodka to advance to the next round. Vodka wants to go here, doesn't want to go into game 5, which is understandably he was 2-0 in the lead. But Slam playing really good, and he's actually holding this. He's got more map control than Vodka at this point in the game. He's got a little bit of better score, and heavy camels plus Arbalest seems to be a very strong composition. Even though the heavy cav archers should be really, really good against this, like not against the heavy camels, but against the Arbalest, those heavy cav archers should actually win rather easily. They are mobile, they are so tanky, they have good damage output. Then again, if Slam is going for more heavy camels, those cav archers are in danger. There's the castle coming up from Vodka, which makes sense. Wanted to see this a long time ago. I hope we're going to see the... Or did he do it already? Oh my god, I don't know how it's called, the upgrade for the bombard cannons. And I imagine he did not go for that upgrade yet, but he doesn't have bombard cannons at this point in the game. It's very low in resources, and looks like Slam here. No, actually not too much better, which is interesting. Both players low on the resource counts, and Slam is taking some ground, but there's that castle now. And I think Vodka needs to defend this castle. I think he should be able to do it, because what is Slam going to do? He's going to move forward, try to attack it, but then Vodka is going to be forced to engage here, and he's going to do it very soon. Unless he wants to lose that castle again, which I really don't think is going to happen. Was that just the loom upgrade that Vodka did? Yeah, a little bit late, but better late than never, and I guess there was no raiding yet. Vodka's taking this gold on the bottom of his base, or the bottom of the map, and we have a lot of fighting happening once again between Arbalest and Cav Archers, a few camels and hussars in the middle. We have Slam going with another castle, and Vodka's not even repairing. Vodka, 300 stone in the bank, but no villages around, and Slam is taking down yet another castle, which is looking really good for him, as he's now able to reinforce his army by putting a castle behind that fighting position. He's going to cover that second stone as well as the third gold from Vodka. He's going to take down that monastery. He might be able to collect some of these relics. Slam in a really, really good position, and Vodka is in trouble somehow. Like heavy cav archers, +6 pierce armor, the hussars 2+5, but they are not able to really engage. Slam still got the numbers, and that's 83 against 55 military units, which is big. So Slam with a clear advantage. Question is, can he bring it home? Like, Vodka is not beaten here or anything. Slam in a commanding position, but Vodka has army, Vodka has economy. He's missing a few castles maybe, but still, that's not over, and that castle in the middle is going to help Slam a little bit, but Vodka has the potential to take it down. Only problem for Vodka might be gold later on. Turks are really gold heavy, of course, and I imagine there's not much gold to take. Yeah, just running out. And that means he needs to take this gold on the left hand side, which is not really too safe. And that third gold forward, that is actually in control of Slam right now. Slam is going for the stone, which makes sense. As the Saracens, you want to either go for more castles or sell that stone to get gold in. And of course you get the better prices with the Saracens. But it's important to just take it. In the long run, the more stone gold you take, the better for you. We have Arbalest standing more or less underneath the castle, which means Vodka cannot really follow up to engage here. And Vodka has one bombard cannon now. One bombard cannon to try and attack the Arbalest, I guess, because the castle is quite out of reach here. Slam now going for, what is that? Is that Hussar upgrade? Okay, husbandry on the way as well. So he's going to add in some mobile units, other than the heavy camel riders, which cost gold, obviously. And Hussars would be great to raid here. Not as strong as the Turks Hussars, but Turks Hussars missing upgrade from Vodka. So they are not too good either. And Vodka has almost an open wood line here over chopping. On the other side, he looks quite safe, but once Slam got a few of these hussars, he might be able to engage here, go in and do damage. My game is going really slow right now, even though I'm only on the normal speed. I guess my laptop cannot really cope with all the units that are fighting here, and I'm sorry for that. But you can see it, there's a lot of things happening at the same time. Can I just go even slower? I'm not quite sure what that one does. Yeah, that's really, really slow. Maybe it's helping a little bit. Both players retreating for a small time. And now, ooh, nice shot with the bombard cannon. Does it? No, Vodka does not have any castles, so it cannot go for the +2, which would be really important if you go for a few more bombard cannons. And Slam still able to hold his attacking position. No chance yet to take these relics, but nobody really has the chance to do it. Oh, and now we have Slam saying, hey, I got Saracens, I got stone income, I got the market, I'm going for more castles. And this castle, if it's going up, is going to be a pain in the ASS. Because, yeah, look at that. That wood line is not going to be safe any longer, and this one could be attacked easily. Vodka needs to rewall this, and it's not really secure. In the meantime, we have the fight going on in the middle, obviously. But I imagine there's not going to be too many changes unless somebody's doing a mistake and engaging where you should not do it. But these Arbalists are getting microed by Slam. The castle is up, which means if your villagers went down, Vodka of course spotted that one. And now Slam is taking that. Is it the extra gold? I think it's extra gold for that was close to Vodka's base. There's not much gold left. Actually 800 is quite nice, maybe 900. In the middle we have Vodka trying to do some get some progress done with the Hussars and the heavy cav archers, but Slam with this Arbalist army is making sure that they are not going down against Hussars or something, and trading gold units for gold units would favor Slam here, as he has 2 relics against none, and we know how good 2 relics are if your opponent has none of them. So Slam with a really nice move on the south here, he's getting his castle attacked by, ooh, that's now 4 bombard cannons actually. One almost going on to the trebuchet. Castle getting repaired. I think he should go down quite fast. In the middle we have an engagement. The Hussars following up the Arbalest. Looks good for Vodka also. So Slam actually maybe overextended a little bit, but is able to take down 2 of these bomber cannons. That means the castle is not going down fast. And Slam still has 500 stone on the bank. That's not good micro from Vodka. He's probably focusing on the middle. Now he's sending a few of the Hussars saying, yeah, you cannot keep this castle here, so I'm going to take down the trebuchet and then possibly the villagers next. But that gives Slam some breathing time in the middle, and he should be able to get an advantage. He's got 3 trebuchets now, firing away at all the buildings within their reach, and the Arbalest actually doing so much damage. Would love to know how many Arbalest kills were in the game. That castle is now on 3k7 HP. The trebuchet went down, but the villagers cannot repair any longer. Not quite sure. I guess Slam did not go for the murder holds upgrade, and there is 2 trebuchets still attacking. The village is getting dropped out now. Start to repair. Vodka doesn't see this. Oh, and Slam is raiding. I didn't see that one, but that's a nice move. Of course, Vodka's space is open, so why wouldn't you go in with your Hussars and try to do some damage? All the attack upgrades still missing. Slam now doing murder holds even, but I think it's too late. Hussars trying to go in. I guess they killed the 2 bombard cannons. That means the castle is not going down once again. Slam is able to hold this castle, which is giving him a really big advantage. Arbalest now moving forward. Hussars going into Vodka space everywhere, and that means his economy is not safe any longer. These Hussars are not finding any victims for now, but they can be reactivated anytime, and we have Hussars and Cavalries fighting, but that castle still not going down. 1k5 HP villages inside to make the castle stronger. Murder holds actually making sense now. The last Hussars are dying, and Arbalest moving a little bit forward. Slam finally able to grab one of these rays, and I think he should be able to bring it home even. Hussars, Arbalest, heavy camel riders, a few of them at least, against the heavy Cavalries and Hussar composition from Vodka. Vodka now getting raided by the Hussars. Slam seeing, oh yeah, there's a few Hussars in my opponent's base. Let's make them do something. Let's make them do some damage. And in the middle we have still Arbalest firing away at everything. Heavy Cavalry is not easy to kill, but it looks like Vodka will never be able to get rid of this castle. What an amazing game. 57 minutes in. It looks like Slam is in a lot better position, and Vodka actually saying, yeah, that's true. I'm not going to be able to get rid of the castles. I don't have gold income. That's my single bombard cannon is going to take that castle down. But no chance for me, and 119 gold with no real income. That's not going to be enough to beat Slam in such a commanding position. So Slam actually taking game number 4, which means we're going to see game number 5 in this series now. There we have it, the final game of this series. Vodka Malians went for a castle in early castle age, going for Geppettos against Slam with the Teutons, obviously going for the scout opening. We're not going to see Lightcav, but a few knights out there might not hurt, and of course more melee armor on these knights as well. Also the scouts, yeah, also on the scouts, and of course Slam is starting to collect these relics. I think he got one of them already. He's protecting the other 2 using a scout and a knight here, but Vodka is not going to give up these relics without a fight. So Geppettos should be able to take down the scout with 1 hit. We have 1 shot. A monk able to convert one of these Geppettos. It's going down as well. And Vodka is going to be able to get one of these relics home. He's got his main stone. That was his main stone forwardish. The second gold forward inside his base. Second stone. Third gold outside, obviously. Main gold safe in the back, which is nice. And he's going for a 1 TC approach, which I don't really like, to be honest. It looks like he wants to go for a second castle very soon. And maybe full Geppetto, maybe siege tower. I don't know. Siege workshop coming up in the middle. As for Slam, he opened the walls for the monastery. Not quite sure if it was necessary. Third gold outside, main stone forward. That's the second stone quite far away. Extra gold even closer to his base. Second gold forward for him. Main gold safe in the back with a TC on it. Third TC on the wood line. And it's Slam who's moving outside with the villager now as well. Few knights, few spearmen, 2 monks, and trying to get more relics in. Do we see the siege tower, which, like, really, it shouldn't work, but it's possible. Not yet, at least, but more Geppettos on the way. These Geppettos have any upgrades? No, not at all. 10 attack, 30 HP, 5 range, but a strong unit. And able to take down at least some scouts. Now there's 2 monks on the field for Slam. Should try to convert. He should maybe get one of these Geppettos converted or none. A knight even dying quite fast here. Geppettos are strong, as you can see. Spearman, yeah, won't do any damage. And that knight should run away as fast as it can. Slam might need a few more knights here. Villager Won't be able to build a siege workshop too early on unless Slam is actually trying to go really aggressive here, which is unlikely. He's now going to try for and go for stone, and we do have the siege tower on the field for the Geppettos. I think Vodka should attack that gate and show Slam that he wants to go in, but is not able to do so. Now the siege tower is coming up. We have 1 knight plus 2, 3 knights waiting, and Vodka is in with the Geppettos, killing 1 villager, killing another potentially. They don't have loom, so that's 2 villagers down. 1 monk trying to convert. Monk is going to die, but one conversion happened, which is good for Slam at this point. I think Vodka needs to send in more of these Geppettos. Not quite sure what he's waiting for. Maybe he's just microing so much. 2 more knights coming back, so that's a total of 25, 6 plus 2 on the way. And of course, Slam has more villages here, but only 8 more, and he might lose a few. Geppetto trying to move it again, trying to do some damage. They're missing upgrades, and I think that's the time for Vodka to get these upgrades, because that's 5 knights with 3 melee armor and 100 HP, so no upgrades on them either, but that's enough attack power to take down Geppettos really fast. 30 HP is not enough, and that was a mistake by Vodka, I think. Not going for the full Geppetto, like sent him in earlier, not going for any upgrades, and Slam now has 6 knights, which is going to give him a commanding attack force, and also a nice defensive resource. Second stable on the way, actually. Slam also going for that gold here, and Vodka, is he going for extra TCs now? Not that I can see. More farms coming up, but only 1 TC. This is dangerous. 886 stone in the bank. Enough to get a castle in already. But you can see it here, a siege tower moving away, the Geppettos running away. And Vodka, in this game, I think, went for an maybe a psychologically impaired all-in strategy, inflicted maybe, I don't know how to say it, but he lost the last 2 games against Slam and he was 2-0 in the lead, and maybe he thought he needs to go aggressive here, I don't know, maybe he just realized Teutons are such a strong civ on arena, I need to do something, I need to do it fast. And Geppettos could have worked here actually, but I need to follow it up with a really nice all-in. I need to send in Geppettos immediately, and maybe need to go for that castle very early. I sent the Geppettos and sent 10 villages in immediately as well to get that forward castle up. Like this, 1k stone in the bank, and for food, 500, almost 600 gold. Resources looking great for Vodka, but yeah, he's not in a really good position as Slam, who is on 65 villagers, is low on food and gold, but is quite safe inside his base, and will take the time to click up to Imperial Age. And then in Imp, we might see Cavalier, we might see Teutonic Knights would be beautiful. I don't know if that's going to happen. Honor Chess is an option here, and I guess Teutons in Imperial Age should just be better. So let's find out how Vodka is going to continue. He's the first to click up to Imperial Age, which makes sense. He may have sold some stone even, but looks like at 650, I guess not. Castle coming up here, villagers walling themselves in, which makes sense. There's 2 knights that got converted, I guess, and a good amount of Geppettos as well. Knights moving into the villagers, but I like that house. It's giving the knights the opportunity to move in, but at the same time they're going to die quite fast. 2 more conversions, at least 2 that I can see, and looks like the Geppettos are not fast enough to take care of these knights. Knights just more mobile, even though Geppettos are quite fast in the speed, but looks like the Knights were able to take down a lot of these villagers. Please tell me they have loom. Like, that would be really, really bad. Where's the villagers from Vodka? No loom on these. Big mistake. I'm not sure. Is Vodka maybe a little bit nervous? Was he overconfident? Because now it's Slam who's going to be able to take that castle, get that castle up, take his opponent's castle down, even though he's not on the way up to Imperial Age. And then, Vodka, what would you have? You have 1 castle, can go for trebuchets, but you don't have the economy to really sustain a lot of military production, and Slam could just go in for all-in knights and castle age, like get more upgrades on them. If you don't have a second attack upgrade, could come in. We do see bloodlines on them, so yeah, why not? And +2 defense would also be nice. Castle now will make sure that this one is never going up. I think Slam won't allow this, and even though Vodka is sending in more villages, he's actually calling the GG, realizing I just effed up. I just screwed that one up. Was not the worst strategy, but not a good execution. And like this, Slam, who was 2 games behind, actually is turning the series and is advancing to the next round. What a great match, at least from my view. It was amazing, maybe one of the best matchups we had in Master of Arena 6. In total, including all the games that we had. Maybe not the best, I don't know, but one of the best for sure. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you enjoyed this quite long video. It must have gotten long by now. Of course, I'm only casting these parts, putting them together later on. But see you in the next games then. GG.